I came across this interesting clip of Todd Hutchings describing how he would advise someone to pull against Devon Larratt to have the best success. Now, I think Todd is someone with pretty good experience, considering he has pulled Devon in a match back in 2019 in WAL, which was a pretty close match in round one. He kind of got robbed off of a pin. If you look at this, I mean, that's pretty controversial. That's not a pin there. Look at that. So that didn't get called. But anyways, let's just listen to what he says on how to pull Devon.
So your advice to Alex is stay away from Devon's side, win the early goes, right?
Win the early round or two, and just prepare to go backwards, and don't try to force the match. Pull back. He's going to be in the strap. Devon wants to be in the strap. Just make sure that Devon spends his whole time with his hand center or across the peg line, because he's not going to shoulder roll from there, you know.
So that's that would be his key point of advice there. Do not let it cross the center line, meaning you need to have enough dragging pressure, enough back pressure to get the match on your side of the table, whether you have your wrist or not. Make sure to not get stretched open and win the center table by pulling it towards yourself. And then from there, obviously, you want to have a good hand position, ideally, but that's not easy against a guy like Devon with so much pronation. But even if you don't have the best hand position, you might have to flop, but you have to at least start with enough back pressure to get it on your side of the table, which I think Krdeča made that mistake in the earlier rounds on the left against Devon, because he tried to shoot in for the press immediately without applying enough back pressure to slow down the match and get the match on his side of the table, like Todd is mentioning, is so important before he ends up going for a press. So, and actually, Pavlo, I was listening to the podcast the other day, was saying how Krdeča was basically finding out the right lane, but it was a little bit too late in the match versus Devon for him to find that lane. So maybe in the rematch, if he executes from the earlier rounds, he'll have a better chance of winning against Devon on the left, because that was a very close match, I will say. What do you guys think about the technical advice that Todd gives there as far as how Krdeča should pull Devon, or just pulling Devon in general? Do you agree with what he said here?